Hi, so this is a tutorial on how to get a planche. And so whether it be straight, straddle, or tuck planche, I think the main problem most people have is being able to lift their legs and their hips off the ground. So they do have enough strength on their deltoids and their wrists and even their arm to hold it, but for some reason they end up keep on saying, why can't I lift my legs off the ground? And it's like, well, even with the tuck, it's like, and it's hard. It's hard. I think it's a just totally different muscle group between using it here and just understanding. It's like I'd say 80% understanding in terms of lifting their hips off the ground. And so, yep, I'm gonna give you 3 good exercises which I think would help. If that helps. The first exercise is basically to strengthen your lower back and being able to basically, I think when you lift your legs up, it becomes so much more easier when you compress your chest in. So you can actually, there's a technique which is very bad technique, which is to arch your lower back. So I'll show you like this, like this. So this is off the ground, but you're basically just using over here and you're using a lower back just to arch, and it's actually not good for your back and it's not gonna help in the long run. So instead, learn to compress your chest. So even just this, maybe I'll just say this is the first exercise, and it's just to stand up like this and put your arm in front of you and try to suck your chest. Just imagine there's a big ball over here pushing towards your chest while pushing your hands further away that way. So you make a kind of a small contour around your chest, you know? So that, and just at that position, just try to not tense it, but just try to understand the position. This is even same as handstand position. So when you end up putting your chest out, it just becomes very floppy, you know. But when you have it at this shape, it's pretty solid. So yeah, work on that position over there, and so yep. And that, of course, to do that, just ordinary planks help. From here, just make sure you push out, and you can see the contour on my back. That's a really good exercise. And this one over here is mainly to still to a certain degree, you do need your lower back strength and understanding your hip opener. So this is preferably done with a bench. I don't have a bench, I'm just using this chair. And you imagine just holding the end of the bench over here like this, and just lift your legs up. This, and you should feel muscle from around upper back through your lower back, kind of like feel the tension and hold it there. Try to rep of, I don't know, like maybe 10 of this and hold it for 10 seconds. And again, when you're doing this, make sure you're not arching your lower back. Always keep it compressed. That's the second exercise. And the third exercise which I'd give you, again, these are exercises on top of just working on the planche itself, will help a lot, you know. This is another one, which is another original one, which I just came up with. And I'm not so sure whether this will help straddle or straight, but it'll definitely give you understanding of compressing your chest and just holding that position of straightness. So you get up 2 pile of books or 2 pile of blocks and put it around. Let me try first. Yep. So you put 2 things, which is pretty, actually it's pretty hard exercise. I think it's even harder than planche. So but just put something between your elbows and your forearm, so around your forearm. And I think in the beginning, this is good exercise to compress your chest, but really advanced to actually keep your legs up in the air, you know. So just from this position, just learn to, you can just keep your feet on the ground. From this position, just compress down, compress, and that really helps to learn how to compress your chest. And that itself is, of course, connected with keeping your back solid. So even though I said this exercise is to open your hips, it's not really. I'm gonna give you one more exercise then. So the better one is this one, using the bench to lift up your legs. Another one is, let me think. I think this one, another one I used to do a lot is from pike position like this and lean forward, and from this position just tap your leg a little bit. You can go back, forward, and when you're tapping, every time just make sure your focus is over here and you're trying to open up. So you're not necessarily kicking, you know, rather you're just like, every time you're thinking about open your hips, open your hips, open your hips. And eventually, give me this one leg too, like this. So this is like your one leg is already in the air, just you're kind of like using your bottom leg to kind of lift up, and just feel the pressure all the time when you're doing this. And of course, holding a planche and doing these exercises is different. As I said, I'd say 80% of the strength to do a planche is inside your head, just knowing that you can hold it. And so even for me right now, straddle planche, I can do it anytime, any morning. But then to do a street planche, I still have to focus, you know, I still have to think that, bam, I'm gonna hold it, I can do this. And yeah, when you have that enough mental strength to do it, enough technique, enough understanding, then you can do the same. So yeah, that's all for, hope helps. I think for this planche, I'd prefer you guys ask me more questions, and I can kind of like try to find a way to teach you guys bit by bit on how you can improve on those elements that you're struggling with. Good luck.